How's it going, everyone? The Trout91 here for a special little video about FIFA 14. Yes, it is true, FIFA 14 has finally been revealed and some information has been given out about it, as well as some sexy screenshots you're going to see on the video. Most of you are probably thinking, well, it looks exactly the same as every other FIFA when I first look at the screenshots, but there you go, those are the screenshots for you. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of the information. So the first thing that they are talking about, and this is mostly all gameplay talk that you're going to be hearing, is something called the pure shot, and it's basically when the players are adjusting their stride and the approach to the angle to find the best position when they're shooting. Basically, when you're running at the goal and you're about to shoot and you see your guy basically shift their body to kind of like get the best shot off, that's what they're talking about, and it's not so prevalent in previous FIFAs, and I think now they're trying to make it so that if you are in one of those dodgy little angles and you've got a good opportunity or the time to adjust your shot and open your body and curl it round the keeper or whatever, your guy is more prone to do that. And they've also introduced new shot types like being off balance and rush strikes to make your shooting experience more successful, and that you don't always have to be in the best 100% position to have a good shot on target, because obviously in real life it's not always the case that players have the 100% greatest opportunities, but they still manage to convert them regardless. So that's something to do with the pure shot thing. Whether we'll see finesse shots becoming a little bit better again, or whether this power shots seem to be the more stronger of the two. It seemed that finesse shots were a big thing in FIFA 12 and power shots are a big thing in FIFA 13. We'll have to see how that goes later on when they reveal some more stuff. Real ball physics, they're controlling the ball from shots and determines the trajectory. So basically when the ball is taking all sorts of different flight patterns, they're trying to make the trajectory of it a lot more realistic. You know, it seems like every year they're just trying to up the realism of things like the physics engines and stuff like that, and they're basically trying to make it so that players can actually interact with these unusual angled trajectory shot paths and flight patterns, and basically make for a more dynamic play when in previous games it's been very static compared to what you can do. So they're basically trying to open up a whole new dimension of the game that you weren't previously able to unlock. They're improving the teammate intelligence, which is basically they want the defenders to be a lot more intelligent about their marking. So when you must be very used to having your defenders just stop running and watch on as players charge past them, setting up for a sweaty goal or tramp opportunity, and you're just like, why is my defender not making any effort to run back? Well, what they're trying to do is basically improve it so that they will actually make those runs and they will tie mark a lot better and make sure that they don't give them as much room as they previously did. But obviously where you improve one area you have to improve another, and they've done that with the forwards. They've improved their runs and they've upgraded them a lot more so that they can make those runs along the back line. So they'll kind of like make a run down the offside trap line, and then they'll curve their runs so they can actually make a good dash forward, and they'll also check their pace. If they're running too quickly, they'll start to slow down in case you don't immediately release the ball, and basically give you a lot more options when it comes to attacking. They're introducing something called Protect the Ball, which is enabling players to fend off and block defenders. They kind of had this on the defensive approach in the last game. It wasn't as big a deal as they made it out to be when the game was first releasing, and it seems like for the attackers they had no real kind of advantage when it came to the strength game, but it seems like now they are starting to put in some sort of blocking mechanic so that forwards, when you have those opportunities where you may be faster, but because you've got the ball, you're going to be a little bit slower than normal. And because the defender is right up your ass, you can't really get away from them, and you can't get the shot off simply because they're right next to you. So you have a shot and you'll easily be taken out, and there you go. There's your attacking opportunity gone. And if it's a crucial one, it's very annoying that you've gone through, but because of the game's mechanics, you can't do anything about it. And they're trying to give the attackers a little bit more advantage in the strength game. So if you're a stronger player, you're obviously going to be able to block people off and stuff like that. Sprint dribble turns, they're enabling players to turn in every direction with pace so that you can have momentum in delivering the control and confidence to take on defenders. So basically, it may be a little bit annoying for if you come up against teams that have a lot of pace, that they can just easily dribble past you with lots of control. I think that's what they're trying to intend with this. But at the same time, they're obviously going to keep it to a degree that you can't get away with certain functions and dribbling techniques. But at the same time, they're trying to get the game going with pace and momentum, because obviously if you slow down, your pace and momentum completely goes, and they want people to keep that momentum going so that they can get good counter-attacking gameplay on the field. And there's variable dribble touches, which is simply they're upping the dribbling technique, so those who are very skilled will have a lot more control over their dribbling. They have a lot more touches on the ball, a lot more skillful and crisp, precise flair type touches, whereas those who are a bit clunky and big-footed won't have such great a touch, and they'll take less touches, and they'll be a lot more all over the place than normal. So those are the few things that they're trying to introduce. There's actually a couple other things that they're introducing they've kept sort of silent about. The first of which is the career mode. Obviously, they're changing the whole look of it and the layout. They're also introducing a new scouting technique, so it's a lot easier to scout out players. They're scouting them out by themselves as well, which should be very good for those career mode players. They're making changes to Ultimate Team. They didn't actually say what they were. They're adding a new online mode, which they didn't actually detail about. They're adding new features and benefits for EA Sports Football Club, and they've got over 500 fully licensed clubs. So those are some of the details about the new game that's going to be coming out. Question for you all is, what is it you're looking forward to the most out of FIFA 14? I personally am looking forward to an end to this kind of stuff, because this stuff is incredibly annoying. Even though it went in my favor in this game, this kind of stuff does my head in. So let's have a little bit less of this randomness and a little bit more consistency. And also the question is, what do you think this new online mode is, and what do you think these changes are going to be to Ultimate Team? Are some questions. Leave your comments in the comment section below, because there are people who will probably read this video, the comments of this video, trying to check out people who work at EA even, and might want to hear what you have to say. So there you go. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later. Peace out.